Not sure if many of you know, but we do have a virtual tier within the Design Coven, virtual pro member tier, which includes 3 virtual meetings a month where we set intentions. We do group coaching. So bring all your questions. We answer those questions and you get to learn from other people going through the same struggles as you. We also do a business practice meeting. So we'll have somebody on to share a business practice that we can all benefit from. And then we also do a product training. So getting a sustainable, eco-friendly line to come on, share who they are so that we can be supported with other like-minded businesses. And if you're not quite ready for pro, you can always join our free community where you will connect with other like-minded holistic interior designers. You don't have to be an interior designer if you are kind of just dabbling or you're aspiring or you're looking into this field. We invite everybody from all journeys, and you don't, again, have to be a designer. You don't have to have a degree. We're just a beautiful community of like-minded people looking to create healing spaces, not just for ourselves, but for our clients and future clients. Come join us at designcoven.com/join. You're listening to the Holistic Interior Design Business Podcast. This is a podcast that guides you as a new or inspiring independent interior designer navigating your entrepreneurial path. Here, with my over 20 years experience, I will share my holistic approach to design with intention and ancient practices, including feng shui, all incorporating mind, body, and spirit into my design projects. You will also learn from seasoned interior designers as they give strategies and insight of how they built their businesses and continue to work in the field. Together, we will discover supportive trade partners, new ideas, creatives, and inspiring artists from around the world. I am your host, Rachel Larraine Crawford. Hello. Welcome back to the Holistic Interior Design Business Podcast. We are on episode 90. We are 10 away from 100. I'm so excited. And one thing I totally forgot to do was to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. We launched on March 8th of 2022. And so we are a year and a week from our launch, from when we first started. So I'm excited to still be around to connect here with all of you. Today, we are talking about how procrastination can actually move your design business forward. And before I talk to you a bit about how and why and all of those things, I'm going to pull us a card and light a candle to set our space. Okay, get this going. So again, connecting with the element of fire for communication, connection, and just diving into that beautiful space. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull a card. I am pulling again from the Meraki Tarot 2nd edition, and it's a tarot card. So let's see what insight we have today that we need to kind of be aware of, to connect with. And we have Queen of Swords, which is that beautiful feminine energy of standing in our power, speaking our truth. Whenever I see the Queen of Swords, it's about creating that line in the sand and setting some boundaries. She's the coldest of the queens, so not really getting emotionally attached. So things are nice, cut, clean, dry. She's very business oriented for sure. Alrighty, so how procrastination can actually move us forward in our interior design business. You know, as an independent solopreneur, as many of us are, we totally get bogged down by the everyday tasks within our business. We are wearing so many hats, and it could feel overwhelming or almost like we're drowning at times with all of the tasks and things that we are doing, and we just get in the trap. And I am right there with all of you. I get kind of in that space, and then of course the anxiety and everything kind of kicks in. And with all those things that we have to do, we sometimes procrastinate on the activities and things that we don't like doing. And I always listen to Audible books, or I listen to podcasts while I'm driving, because I do a lot of driving in the design world, which many of you probably do as well. So I'm constantly learning, and I came across the book on Audible called Who Not How, and the author is Dan Sullivan. In that book, he discusses the idea of focusing on the who, not how, to do something in order to get something done, which, I had that in the back of my mind of needing to connect with people to do things for me or to delegate. We hear that a lot in the business world of delegation, hiring out, not having to do everything on our own. And as somebody that has built their business from the ground up, has always done it alone, it's hard, right? It's hard to give those things to other people to do. So reading the book was just a beautiful, or listening to the book, I should say, was just a beautiful reminder of this tool that we have. And he spent a chapter really talking about procrastination, and procrastination being sort of the trigger or the thing that highlights what we need to be delegating or finding the who for. So I was just like, oh, that's so good. What in my business am I procrastinating on? And what's getting bottlenecked because of me? And I really analyzed what was happening. And I came to the conclusion that I do not like doing my drawings. I don't like doing my floor plans. I don't like doing my elevations. I put that off to the very, very, very last minute. I don't do it. I become late. It's not a good look, especially with having your own business. You want to make sure that you are showing up, doing the things that you say you're going to do. So that was a huge aha moment for me. And I realized that I was stopping myself from growing. I was stopping myself from leveling up to the next phase. So I have decided to hire a draftsperson to take that task on. And that's all about getting the who to help you out versus, I know so many of you are starting out your design careers and you want to start your businesses right away, and you might not have time to learn or even have the passion or ambition to learn like AutoCAD or SketchUp. So know that you can delegate that out. You can hire somebody who is extremely skilled that can get it done much faster and much more efficient than you can. So that is an option for you. The other thing I wanted to mention was that when I first started my business, I was doing all of my own invoicing, purchase orders, creating some sort of a tracking system, all on like Google spreadsheets. And once you get to a certain space, like more than one project, it gets really confusing and things get lost really, really fast, and it gets very disorganized. So my who for that was House Pro, and any management program you can invest in, it pays itself off immensely and immediately. I recommend getting on board with a management program for sure. And I have partnered up with House Pro, and there is an affiliate link in the show notes if you would like to do a free 3-month trial to try it out and navigate that world. And if you're in the Design Coven, I'm happy to get on a Zoom call with you and kind of show you around, give you a little bit of a tour and show you how I use it. And there are links in the Pro membership with webinars for training on House Pro. But like I said, if you're in the Design Coven, I'm happy to jump on a call with you and answer any questions, because the last thing I want you to do is get frustrated while you're in that program and then quit and not use it and then go back to our old habits. It's a huge thing there. And then I also wanted to share, a bit about getting the who versus the how with this podcast. I mean, if I didn't have the person to help me launch this, I would have never done it. So for me, it was like I wanted to create a podcast and it was always in the back of my head. But to be honest, I didn't want to learn how to edit. I didn't want to learn another skill set that was going to take time from my interior design business. So I kind of just let it be on the back burner until somebody mentioned that there are businesses that actually launch podcasts and can do the editing for you. And so I looked at my network of people in my community, and I found Marcy, who is part of my Patreon membership, and she's been with me for years, just following me and connecting with me. And I was able to reach out to her and see if that was something that she wanted to partner on. And so I hired her to do all of the editing for me and help me launch the podcast. And without her doing that, we wouldn't have this membership program right now. We wouldn't have this community right now. We wouldn't have, all these beautiful connections that I've been making with all of you that are listening. So I owe a huge thank you to Marcy. So Marcy, I know you're listening because you're editing this. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. You've been huge in the growth of my business and my personal growth. So I really honor you and thank you for your service, because what you do is really incredible, and you do touch so many people here in our design industry. So yeah, so I just wanted to put that out there. This is kind of a little mini episode, these are things, like I said, are things that you kind of know already about delegating and getting help and asking. And that's also why I created not just this podcast to share my experience and stories and help other people in the interior design business level up, but I also created that mentorship program for this exact reason. I want to be your who in accelerating your interior design business, to accelerating you in the interior design realm. We do offer one-on-one sessions within the Design Coven membership at a discounted rate. If you're not a member, it's $250 an hour, and I can get on with you to help you strategize, to take a look at your systems, take a look at your services, your offerings, your pricing, all of that stuff. And next week, we'll have one of those coaching episodes with one of our Design Coven members to share with you again what my coaching style is like, or how I help consult with your business so you can see it live, one-on-one as I'm doing it. But also the Design Coven as a community. We can be each other's who just by joining the free group and sharing resources that we have found. And instead of hoarding them or keeping them to ourselves, we can share them. And many of the members do share these beautiful resources and avenues that we can take to accelerate all of our businesses. That's really about collaboration over competition. Again, another phrase I feel like that is all over the place, but it's true. And I believe so heavily on that. It's really about raising our design community together and helping each other out so that we can all be successful, we can all succeed. And as holistic interior designers, we are really hiring the vibration of this planet by being really mindful of sustainability, our clients' mental health, their whole home in relation to every aspect of them, including their emotions, spirituality, and of course their physical spaces, and creating beauty within that space. So yeah, so we have a huge purpose, and I feel like we're all in it together. And if you haven't already joined the Design Coven community, like I said, we've got a free tier there for everybody, and everyone is welcome to join. And then we do have pro membership if you want to take your business to that next level. I'm here. I love getting your DMs. I connect with all of you all the time, and it's just one of the most amazing parts and pieces of my life, and the reason why I host the podcast and the community for all of us to connect with. That's it for now. I will see you soon. And like I said, we've got that coaching episode coming up, and those are always huge hits because everyone's like, oh yeah, like I could totally resonate with what they're going through. And you helped me get clarity just by talking to her and working things out. So anyway, look forward to that. And yeah, we'll see ya. You've been listening to the Holistic Interior Design Business Podcast. If it's one that you have been enjoying, please share with anyone else that you think can benefit from this knowledge, and leave us a 5-star review that helps us get seen and found by other new and aspiring interior designers. And if you're looking for mentorship, I invite you to join our club here at the Design Coven. It's a bridge between school and real life interior design. We get in much deeper there. We have virtual and in-person events, so everyone is welcome. You don't need to have a design degree to be part of it, just an interest in holistic interior design. I also want to thank our editor, Marcy Ferry, Blake Ferris, for all of her special help with the podcast, our social media posts, newsletter, and lastly, Kinseth Thibodeau, who is our music composer. Until next time, be well, and we will see each other soon.